Zakabu Sneaker Reviews.
Welcome to the channel. My name is Zach. You can call me Zakabu, and I'm here for you and any sneakers that you might be curious about. No brand snobbing, no shaming whatsoever. And I'll be honest with you, man, before this channel even started, I only ever had one pair of New Balances in my life, and that was actually a hand-me-down pair when I was about 9 years old. Fast forward to today, and my respect for the brand is at an all-time high, but it's mainly because I really appreciate quality and consistency. Matter of fact, that's what I got for you guys today. This is the New Balance 2002R in the OG gray colorway. Okay, let me be even more honest with you guys. This particular colorway of the 2002R might make it look like a slightly less attractive younger brother of the 990. But that's not to say that it's a downgrade in any way, or at least for the most part.
Going over the shoe, and the first thing that I can say is quality. As per usual, New Balance has given us great craftsmanship with attention to detail and didn't skimp out whatsoever on the materials. Up top is a mostly suede build that's so damn velvety and soft to the touch, paired with mesh underlays for added breathability. In other words, it's built very similarly to a New Balance 990, which I personally would consider as the flagship or top-of-the-line shoe for the brand. Difference being, the 2002R won't cost you as much if you get the normal colorways like this instead of the more hyped versions like the Protection Pack. Also, not that it matters all that much, but these just come in your standard gray New Balance box and not a made in the US or made in England type of box, which leads me to believe that saving on production costs was one of the reasons why this shoe is cheaper than the 990.
There is a difference though, and that has more so to do with the actual cushion setup of the 2002R. While the price point may be lower than the 990s, and I'm talking about the most recent version, the V5s, and also the V6 that's coming sometime this year, New Balance didn't actually skimp out on any cushion or comfort whatsoever.
Jumping right into the cushion, and it appears that New Balance went with their Absorb cushion tech, which is foam-based and very similar to something like Bounce from Adidas. Not too dense, not too bouncy, but light and great for all-day comfort. Matter of fact, Absorb was also used in the 990 V2, as well as a few other top-tier models from the brand. In addition to that, these guys also have New Balance's Energy on the lateral side of the heel, which is on the more plush side just to absorb any shock or impact. While it may look slightly similar to Nike Shox, best believe it feels so much better, but given that these have a very early 2000s vibe, it's understandable why they'd share that design language. It is important to note though that just because they're named the 2002R and look like shoes from the early 2000s doesn't mean these guys were based off a shoe from that time period. Matter of fact, they're actually a modernized take on a shoe from 2010, which was named the NB 2002. If we're going over the fit and support, it's pretty straight to the point. While these do have a torsional bar with adequate arch support, and while they are mentioned to be very wide foot and flat foot friendly, I'm going to leave that part to any viewers out there who have personal experience with these. On my part though, I went with my usual 9.5, so these do fit true to size for me, with just a little wiggle room up front, but I'm assuming that's mostly for toe splaying while running because, yeah, while we may use these as casual or lifestyle shoes, they were actually meant for running as well. Or rather, based off a shoe that was meant for running.
Would I say that these guys are a top running shoe? Honestly, it would depend on your needs as a runner. And I'm not an expert at running or anything like that, so I'm just gonna skip the whole performance part altogether. But I will say that these feel great, especially if you're just gonna be walking all day long, which is what I would personally use them for. Lifestyle. And because a lot of people watching this video are most likely gonna be wearing these for lifestyle as well, let's talk about the colorway real quick.
I said it once and I'll keep saying it, man. I really do think New Balance does gray best. I'll even go as far as saying across all the different shades of gray. But this particular colorway may not be for everyone. It's sort of like a dirty, darker shade with a sort of brownish undertone, which honestly has me thinking it looks a little bit like a rat. The mauve laces don't help either, but hey, the rest of the shoe does have some very dark, somewhat midnight blue hits, along with a few reflective hits as well. Again, this colorway might not be the easiest to style, but the good news is there are plenty of other colorways out there, whether you buy from your local reseller or from the website if you're somewhere else not named the Philippines.
Now, these are more widely available around the world, but if you're a viewer from the Philippines, then resale might be your best bet. But even then, at an average resale price of somewhere around 6,000 Philippine pesos, which is like 120 bucks, it'll still cost you a lot less than any version of the 990. But that is, of course, if you go for the general release colorways and not the more hyped colorways such as the protection pack. In the US, though, I think that you can find these ranging between 100 to 140 bucks. Again, depending on the colorway, but I was just basing it off the website and a couple of other sources as well.
Would I choose this over the 990? I'd probably still go for most versions of the 990 just because I love that entire line. But the 2002R will definitely be worth your money, and that's really all we could ask for. Comfort, quality, and a fairly decent price point for what you'll get.
But let me go ahead and set these down real quick because I actually have a comment, nay, a complaint, slight nitpick if you will. I really wish that New Balance in Asia and the Philippines in particular would carry more of the 2002R or other silhouettes, just so consumers don't always have to rely on resellers. As it is today, buying sneakers is already hard enough, and you kind of don't know where the resellers are gonna strike. At least that's the case over here. But then again, how they approach the Philippine or Asian market, it's not for me to decide. I did get these from a guy named Rom over on Facebook Marketplace. He's sort of a well-known reseller for New Balance sneakers, especially those that are hard to find. Matter of fact, he's actually my go-to for New Balance sneakers. As well as Good Soles PH, they don't actually know that I'm mentioning them in this video. I highly doubt that they know who I am as well, but the reason why I'm mentioning them is because I want all the potential consumers out there to at least know that there are a few sources here in the country, in my country. Yes, they are resellers, but their prices aren't too far up the ass. And the service is great in my experience. Now, as always, if you found this video helpful or if you just like the content in general, then by all means, please hit that thumbs up button. It really goes a long way. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Enable post notifications and share my videos with your friends so we get a nice community going on. Oh, and before anything else, I would like to show some love to the OG himself, talking about Chris over from WearTesters.com. You may know him as Nightwing2303. I personally call him the GOAT of all shoe-tubers or sneaker YouTubers. I understand he's actually retiring from doing performance reviews, but will still do detailed reviews a lot like this. Matter of fact, his videos actually inspire this channel, which is also why I made that little tribute at the start of the video. But by all means, please do keep on supporting this channel and Wear Testers as well. It's all love in the creator sphere, whatever it's called. And if this video doesn't help you, if it's not for you, then there's always someone out there who probably makes content that's more along your lines. My name is Zach. You can call me Zachaboo. Thank you so much for watching. It's great to be back, and I will see you next time.